Hello everybody, this is NavyBlueGamer, welcome back to some more Plants vs. Zombies. In the last episode, we actually did a few of the mini-games here, and in this episode, we're going to... I said I would actually do puzzles, but I have a different idea. I'll get to that in a moment. But first off, I want to go into the Zen Garden real quick. Off-screen, I decided that I would go ahead and grow these guys to their full size. It's only about... You'll have to wait about an hour in between the actual growing stages in order to water them and give them fertilizer again. But I just wanted to show you what would happen if you were to continue taking care of them after they've grown to their fullest size. So give me just a moment and we'll get to that part. Oh, I guess one thing I should probably talk about, when you grow these plants to the fullest size, so not the marigolds but like anything else, you will get for the final stage you will get 2 diamonds, which is worth $2,000 each. If you want to sell these, fully grown, these kind of plants will give you $8,000, which should be very helpful for you if you need the cash. However, I personally like collecting these guys. With that said, I do want to sell any duplicates that I get, but that's just it. That's for duplicates. So each of these wants something from here. So we're going to go to the shop real quick, and we'll discover that we have 2 different items here. We have the bug spray, keeps them happy for an entire day, and then the phonograph, which will play music and keep them happy for the entire day. I did not think this through. I don't actually have enough for the phonograph, so sorry Sunflower, you're going to have to stay unhappy for now. But I can help out the cherry bomb here, and I go ahead and purchase the bug spray. Buy them in groups of 5, just like you would the fertilizer, and when you use the bug spray, it'll give you a gold coin, and it'll also give this little gold effect around it, which means that every so often, the cherry bomb will just drop coins. With that said, I want to talk about another thing that can help you out, and that is Stinky the Snail. So when Stinky is up and about, he will collect any coins that drop from these plants. So you don't even have to worry about actively clicking around trying to get all the money for yourself. Stinky will just do that for you, and only for the initial fee of 3,000. Speaking of spending money, I did also get the gardening glove, which just allowed me to move the plants around. That's why these plants are in a different spot than they were in the last episode. I do want to talk about these gardens real quick. The mushroom gardens place you keep the plants that fall asleep during the day, so just mushroom plants basically are what would go into this area. And then the aquarium gardens, where you can keep the aquatic Zen garden plants. So that would include things like the lily pad and the kelp, and it also includes, despite being a nighttime plant, it'll also include the sea shroom. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm in need of a few bucks here, so I was going to show off the Tree of Wisdom in this episode, but it looks like I don't have quite enough for that, so we're going to talk about that later. Also, sorry Sunflower, like I said, you're going to have to stay unhappy for a little while. Probably shouldn't have bought Stinky the Snail, but for demonstration purposes, it's all worth it. Okay. So I talked about how I was going to do some of the puzzles in this episode, but I decided against it. And the reason is I was kind of looking at what kind of content we have coming up, and honestly, these survival stages could take a while, and I don't want to do all of these at once, so I think how I'm going to handle it, I did 3 minigames in the previous episode, which is fine. I'm going to alternate between doing puzzles and minigames, and then survival. So last time I did minigames, I didn't do any puzzles, but I did that on purpose. So this episode we're going to do the first survival stage, so we're going to do survival day. But real quick, I will talk about the puzzles here. There's Vasebreaker and iZombie. We've already played Vasebreaker. iZombie is essentially you taking the other side of the field. You're actually controlling the zombies and trying to get to the other side. But we'll go more into that in the future. And by the future, I mean the next episode. So yes, in terms of how I want to lay it out, I'll do 1 Vasebreaker, 1 iZombie, and 2 minigames. For the episodes that I'm doing these in. And then for survival, because they already take a while, I'm just going to do 1 survival. And that's so that we can keep things varied up and not do survival stages all at the end of the game. This way it gets spaced apart pretty nicely, and we can take care of that. There will be a break somewhere in between, and oh, I'm gonna get to you. In essence, it requires me to replay the adventure mode. I do plan to do a live stream for that, as if you saw the previous episode, you'll know that I'm in the process of making plans for it. I will have a more definitive date for you probably sometime next week. So just be on the lookout for that. Alright, enough talking. Let's get to survival. So far we're starting with pretty basic zombies. So we're going to make sure that we get ourselves a nice setup going. Now, we do have an entire row of plants that we don't seem to have. That comes from the Crazy Dave's shop. Probably not super necessary for these first few. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Excuse me. For the first few survival areas. Once we get to the hard levels, though, then yes, we are gonna probably need some help from those guys. But for right now, I think we'll be fine. So we'll make sure that we grab some sunflowers. I'll do some repeaters. Let's actually go to the shop real quick. I could get the Gatling piece, but I don't think they're going to be too useful to me right now. So I'll do the sunflower, the repeater, potato mine for the insurance, tall nuts. I could use walnuts, but tall nuts I will eventually want to use for insurance against like javelin zombies. And then from there, probably torchwood if I have time for it. I'll have the kernel pole, I guess. I'm just kind of grasping at straws at this point. Okay. Yeah, the only reason I don't want to use snow piece is because I'm using torchwood. I think we'll be fine for now with that setup. So let's begin. Can you survive for 5 flags? We are about to find out, good sir. But yeah, the essence of these survival type of missions is you just gotta survive a certain amount of waves. In between the waves, however, you do get an opportunity to reselect your plants. So we'll be able to observe that more closely starting in the next wave. And then we can kind of see that when we take a look at the preview of zombies that we'll be coming up against, it is very possible that we might need to change up our strategy. And that's something that's really cool about this particular game mode, is it kind of just allows you to observe and plan out your defenses based off of what you are seeing. So that's pretty neat. I could start planting spikeweed, but I want to hold off for just a little longer. Let me think here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's fine. That will be a-okay. One more thing I guess I could talk about is that it's typically going to be the survival stages that you will most likely have. Oh my goodness, what am I trying to say here? These survival stages are where you will most likely find the plants for your Zen garden. So if you're trying to get as many those plants as you're trying to get, that is something that you should keep in mind. Yeah, eat that, Conehead. Oh boy. And there's another one down there. Come on, Colonel Polt, you can do it! Yeah! You can do it, Colonel Polt! Okay, let me get one more bit of sun to give you some backup here. Now you need to be a good backup as well and throw some butter on its head. Anyway. Dang, no butter. That's lame. You're lame, Colonel Poltz. No, just kidding. No, that's not completely fair. Oh, look at this guy throwing the butter on its head. You go, dude. You know what you're doing. I wish I could say the same for myself, though. But honestly, I'm just kind of playing this by ear, since this first level is pretty basic. For pretty much any of the first 5 survival areas. In case you hadn't figured it out, there's a survival for each of the main stages, being day, which is what we're playing right now, night, pool, fog, and roof. Okay. Oh, well, that butter just splattered all over the ground. I guess I could just plant the torchwood there. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Nice. And something that's also pretty cool is that the fireballs do cause a little bit of splash damage, so yeah, let's just have everything set up the way they need to be. More zombies approaching. Okay, so we'll be able to observe the fact that the zombies that approach to us change. In this case, they just kind of add on. Okay. Let's see here. I don't think I'll need sunflowers because I already have enough planted, but I'll keep them just in case, like they get through my defenses or whatnot. Speaking of defenses, tall nuts. And it might be helpful to do coffee bean magnet shroom. So I will have that just in case. Spikeweed, so you can working on that. I'm fine on kernel poles, repeater, and torchwood, because I'm not finished with that yet. If I go to the lawn here, I still have a couple of things to fill out. Oh, I have a different idea, actually. I'll go ahead and take back the tall nut and put the pumpkin in its place. That way I can use the magnet shrooms effectively. And then I'll do the cherry bomb. I'm actually going to do the squash. I did the jalapeno before, but I don't really need to use it right now. And then we are able to continue our setup once more. Now the zombies will start approaching a bit sooner since we've gotten through that initial stage, if you will. So we're just gonna have to keep chucking the butter at it. Oops. Yeah, I'm actually doing this in windowed mode now. I kind of clicked out of the screen on accident. Alright. That was a little embarrassing, but hey, we're okay. I think depending on how this setup does, I might just replace the back row here with another row of repeaters, just for even more firepower. But we'll just have to see how that turns out. Okay, how about we actually start doing that, and we'll do the spikeweed out here as well, just to have that started. Yeah, magnet shroom doing its job already. Oh, well, I need another one. Do your thing! Yeah! Because that could have turned out pretty ugly. Whew. Alright. Oh wow, we're already at the next wave. Okay, let's wake you up real quick. Pumpkin here. Nice. This wave went by a lot quicker than I was expecting. The last wave, the last flag I should say, kind of just took a while. Alright, I'll plant you down there. And we have completed 2 flags. Now we're still getting the bucket head and the football. We're just adding the newspaper zombie. Oh, and I am losing my headphone. I'm losing everything today, apparently. Okay, so we'll get to the plants that we were using before. Coffee bean with that. I'll have the melon pole, I think, just in case, but I don't think I'll get a good chance to use it. Spikeweed and you guys. Okay. I want to use the repeater! It's not even done charging. I don't even have enough sun anyway, so even if it was... Nice. Come on. Give me the sun faster, please. That would be very helpful, thank you. Yeah, I think eventually, if I build up enough sun for it, I'd rather replace these guys. Ooh! I found some chocolate. Feed them to Stinky, speed them up for a while. I'll be sure to show that off at the end here. That was part of the reason why I wanted to play this mode as well, because I wanted to show off that part, which, again, we'll get to when we get to it. Get that, and a coffee bean. Take that away from you. Look at that. Look at the madness going on here. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to finish my complete Oh, I did it again. Okay, hang on. Alright, next episode we're going back to full screen because, that's kind of embarrassing. I already clicked outside twice in one episode. Oh, man. Yeah, because honestly, most of these zombies are dying so fast that the butter doesn't even have time to get to it, so... Yeah, I think I will end up replacing all these guys. That, and that to wake you up, so I no longer have to worry about you guys, at least. I do still need the pumpkins, though. They have not been able to reach my sunflower, so I'm just gonna say no this time around. Let me view the lawn real quick. Okay, I did finish all that setup. So I'll have you ready, so I can start replacing the kernel bolts here. Because their splash damage could still harm the zombies around it, so that's why I still want that. Spike weed to make sure I have that. Pumpkins to finish out those defenses. Oh my goodness, oh, excuse me. And then from there, I don't really know what I want, to be honest. I guess I'll just kind of have you guys, and what am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore. Oh well, that I already have. Torchwood's what I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you, Brain, for actually telling me what I needed. I seriously don't know. I guess. Yeah, we'll work with that. Okay. So now we're building up from 0 sun. We have 3 flags already, so we just have 2 more to go for this particular mode. Alright, let's make sure that You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We'll work with it. I didn't want to put it there, but you know what? Whatever. I'll figure it out, I guess. Look at those magnet shrooms doing their jobs very effectively. Nice. I didn't even notice that there was going to be screen door zombies. Not that it mattered, because I have the magnet shrooms at the ready. Nice. Yeah, and that's the main reason why I have the pumpkins at the ready. Is because sometimes they can get to that. Okay, let's replace you with you. For some more heavy firepower. Let's actually plant this in the right place this time. There we go. And I'm going to leave this row open in case I need to use any emergency plants. We have 1 more flag to go. And by the looks of things, we don't have to worry about losing spike weeds, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Pumpkin in case I need to replace that. Melon pults for firepower when I'm able to. Those guys because why not? And I'll do you in case they break through the first layer. And because I don't have any more plants I really need to use them on, I'll just grab you and you for the sake of having it. Okay. Cool deal. Alright, and they're all just giving up their metal. Yeah! Look at that. Oh, that zombie just ate it. It was just like, whoop, and dead. This is just great. Look at all this destruction that's going on. Yeah, this strategy won't work for a lot of the the stages much later on. But it works right now, so we're gonna go with it. Oh, it tried to strike pose, but it was headless and no one came to assist. Must be a sad life they live. Look at the money, and I'm back up to 10,000, so next episode I will show off the, whatever you call it, the, Tree of Wisdom. I will do that next episode. But this episode I gotta finish off by showing what the chocolate does. And just in time to complete my setup. Look at that. Woo! So much destruction. Wow, that. And we got a diamond and some coins for that. We got a trophy showing that we have cleared. Well, first of all, that we cleared Survival Day, but we also unlocked a new survival level. We'll go back to the Zen Garden. Stinky the snail fell asleep. Click to wake him up. How dare you sleep on the job? Anyway, you can actually give the chocolate to Stinky, and it'll be zooming around, be like, whee! I can collect any coins that you need for me for the next hour. Easily. Yeah, the chocolate effects last for an hour on these guys. Something I didn't know until earlier today, the day of recording this, which would be July 9th, 2019, is you can actually use the chocolate on the plants as well. What do they do? I don't know, but I do know, all I do know is that you can use them on the plants. But we're going to have to experiment with that next time we get a good chance to. Speaking of next time, we're going to check out what the Tree of Wisdom has in store for us. And we are also going to actually do some of the puzzles and go back to the mini-games. And for the next several episodes, it's going to be going back and forth between the mini-game and puzzles and survival mode. Just to keep things fresh and interesting. Alright, with that said, I'll see you guys next time.